Hello, hi. Hi, welcome to In Conversation with Bota and Rose. Okay, I just want to do a sound check with all of you guys. If you actually hear us, can you actually just type in the comments, say that actually you can hear us loud and clear? Check. Hello, hi. Hi, welcome to In Conversation with Bota and Rose. Okay. I just want to do a sound check with. Okay, can. So seems like actually the sound is okay for us. So okay. So tonight we have actually have a very special guest with us. Okay. And today, this lady is actually a tactical parenting strategy. I mean, she actually help parents to actually to guide their child to achieve excellence. I mean, sorry, she is a parenting expert that teach thousands of parents on relationship building with their children, motivating both parents and child, strategize parents to help their children attain academic success. Okay, so tonight we will have going to teach you guys how to the 3 ways to identify your thoughts and feelings to bring up high EQ in your child. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll actually wait for a while for more people to stream in to see this Facebook Live. Okay. And yeah, Rosanna. So how's everything for now?
Okay, everything is good. We're just waiting for people to be in.
Okay. In a while, I will invite our guests to actually to come in to chat with us. Okay.
Maybe we get her in to test a little bit as well. So let Jasline test her.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Jasline.
Hello, Rosanna. Hello, Lucas. How are you?
We're doing a test. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, good. We can hear you also. Okay. So yeah, we'll wait for a while more for more people to come in to actually to hear us.
Yes.
Okay.
How do we feel today? Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
y'all can write what is your feelings on today, audiences. How do you
Yeah,
feel?
I mean, how are you guys today? I hope it's the last second day of the year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second last day.
second last day of the year. Right?
Second
It's
last
the
day.
Eve.
Yeah.
So much
Eve of-
things to think about for the last year.
Yes. Okay, so I think probably we can just start first, huh?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so today we will talk about 3 ways to identify your thoughts and feelings to bring up high EQ in your child. Okay, so first of all, who we are. I mean, for people who actually don't know us, I'm Lucas. I'm actually a tarot relationship coach. Okay, so over the past 12 years, I've been doing tarot cards reading for people, for friends, actually to deal with a lot of relationship issues. Okay, so yeah. So how about you, Rosanna?
Okay, so for myself, I spent close to 15 years in the area of coaching, counseling, and training. So that's my background. I'm a trained counselor. I used to work with a lot of children and parents. Now I focus more on life coaching for adults in terms of the career and also in terms of all walks of life in all areas and all aspects.
Yeah. So actually, together, both are actually we call ourselves the Bota and the Rose. I mean, very obviously, you see, I'm the Bota and she's the Rose. Okay. So we actually help couples to actually who have relationship issues, newlyweds, or even parents to be.
Right. So the reason why we started all this also because I strongly feel, when our baby came into our life, for the first few months, we really had our struggles. And I will claim that for myself, I read a lot. And I realized a lot of the reading are actually very westernized. So I'm also thinking that, why is it that in Asia or in our context, right, there are very few people sharing all this good knowledge so that people can go through different phase in their life, especially parenthood, in a less painful manner. Of course, there will be still adjustment, granted to say, but how can we, sail through this adjustment at ease and as less painful as possible.
Yep. Okay, so actually before we go into proper and then get Jasline out again, let me just do one card for how tonight's session is going to be. Okay, since I told you I'm actually a tarot reader, so yeah, actually I like to use the cards to gain some insight on how things is going to be and how it will be like.
Right.
So this deck I'm using a deck. This is a psychic love relationship deck. Okay. So
if you're viewing this and you would like to participate, right, you can just type in the comment for stop and we will pick a card from there.
once it's stop.
And if there's no one calling for a stop, then I will do the honor of getting it to stop.
Okay.
Okay, stop.
Ooh. Today's card is called Feeling Alone. Okay. Feeling alone. How does it actually interpret and how it actually shows in today's context? So this card actually show it's simply maybe to let people know that actually if you are the parents who are actually watching this and you're having issues with your child or your child and you feel like you're actually just alone dealing with all the household stuff with your children and your partners are actually not helping you, not to worry. You see, because
we are here for you.
We are here for you. We are going to give you certain tips to actually help you to actually parents your children to be better. Nice. Okay, so not to worry. Okay, don't feel alone. We are definitely here to help. Okay.
And very much of since the word feeling came out, right? Tonight we are also going to talk a lot more about emotions because it's all about your thoughts and emotion, about EQ, emotional intelligence. So
yeah. Okay, so without further ado, let me invite our guest, Jasline, to come out. Okay,
hello.
Hi Jasline.
Thank you for having me. And
thank you for actually agreeing to come to our platform to share with our audience how you can actually help us actually to even teach them on how to parent their children.
Okay. Gladly. So okay, maybe you could do some hearts and some likes for us so that we be more motivated, and also type all the questions you have, during the live. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe Jasline, you would like to introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Jasline here. I'm a technical parenting strategist. Okay, so you can see that I have 2 children which are now teenagers, okay, and they're also high achievers in school. So there's a lot of tricks, and a lot of strategies that I have, whether it's behavior or helping them to achieve academic success. So I feel you as a parent. Yes. So they are
high achievers. I mean, why? What, I mean, how old are they right now?
Oh, my daughter is 16 going to 17 and she's in Domics High School and she's a student counselor and she has won like 3 Eagles Award and then a lot of competition that she has gone in and so she loves being a student and she loves studying and that's why I say it's very important we actually learn how to groom such such students that they love to study, okay. And also my son is actually 13 this year, okay, and he is not as easy as my daughter, okay, so he has a lot of challenges in terms of his behavior. He's very active, but he's managed to get into Hwa Chong institution, and I'm very proud of that. There is a way. So if parents are there feeling the kind of frustration, that even if you really feel that you're not doing very well as a parent, you can learn, right? So there's always a better way.
Great.
Nice, man. So actually, for those who are actually out there, if you want to learn how Jasline actually teach their children to become high achiever, please stay on, okay? Because there are a lot of things that she's going to share with us. Okay?
Yeah, all the hacks and all the likes here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I do is I actually motivate and I have a mission and I move. Okay. So I encourage parents that are the beacon of light, like you and Rosanna. You are the beacon of light in your child, and they're the key factor for the child to unleash their potential. So to me, I believe that parents are the key to helping their children achieve more, right? And my mission is actually to help parents to find a way to become happy parents. Okay, I know that there's a lot of parents out there, they have worries, they actually find that every day to them is a struggle. I really totally feel you, but we can have a better parenting journey. Okay, and I move. Remember, after learning, we need to get on to the action. So I actually give parents the direction, right, and strategies to work on right away. Okay, thank you.
Wow, nice. I think we really can go and learn a lot of things from you. I mean, our baby Chloe is only 8 months. Yeah, she's very
Lucky, you know me.
Okay, so please follow Jasline on her Facebook and her YouTube.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Jasline, you have your YouTube, and you do a lot of your sharing, right?
Yes, I share a lot about anything like motivating your children, and even for nutrition. I also give some tips on breakfast, behavior. Yeah. So do go into my YouTube and then subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm also an international speaker. So I'm actually invited to webinars to speak on parenting issues. So I teach thousands of parents, about relationship building, about helping parents to be motivators for their children as well. So I'm also in Thrive 2021 as one of the speakers together with Nick. So very blessed.
Wow.
International speaker.
Yeah,
So honored to have you here.
Yeah, I'm so very inspired by Nick as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard the way I heard his talk. I mean, it's so inspiring.
And he's also a parent as well. So amazing.
Amazing guy.
Yeah. Next slide. Yeah. So what I do is I also do coaching with parents and child. So I do one-to-one coaching, and I give a very using my system, which I have learned from my parenting experience, where I've already done things that are wrong, but I know what's the right thing to do. So I call it the ROLE system, and I also do a holistic approach, not only giving strategies, but I also look at other aspects of the child, so that to better coach the child into getting the results that they want. So basically, I also help the child to increase their confidence and ability in terms of knowing their strengths, their weaknesses, and also do some visionary building with them, increase their thinking skills, organization skills, and even study techniques. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I also have parenting courses. So this is the last course that I did, which was 10 times a child's performance. So this is time where children and parents actually come together to find out what is the goal for 2021. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, end of this, if you stay on, we'll give you a very special price of my course.
Oh, okay. So you guys please stay on. I mean, to know what is this special bonus that actually given by Jasline.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah. I mean, we also have some special bonus for you guys if you actually stay on throughout the presentations. So stay tuned, man. Don't go away. We got a lot of things to share with you and a lot of free gifts for all of you actually.
Thank you. Yeah, correct. Stay on. Give share this because we just started, so you can share this link to more friends so that they can enjoy this talk with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the year is approaching the end, but really, as a parent, what would you want to do? What's your New Year resolution as a parent in the area of parenthood and things like that, starting from 2021? And so if you are here, share in the comments, what do you really want to achieve in 2021 as a parent?
Yeah, share with us. So what do you want as parents? So Rosanna, do you have a goal for BBQ?
Of course.
So you
same goal since the day one that she's born.
Oh.
Yeah.
We want our kid to grow up to be a kind and compassionate child.
Yeah.
Nice.
So do you have any strategy that probably you want to use on BBQ since next year she will be probably almost turn the 1 year.
Yeah, actually in 4 months time she will turn 1 year old.
Yeah.
I guess it's every day our doing, and because she's learning very fast. So instead of really teaching her, I am more looking at myself, how am I behaving. So there's a lot of self-awareness, which we will also touch base later on, because when we talk about, how do you identify your thought, it's all about self-awareness.
So what about you, Jasline?
Yes. My goal is actually to be more patient. Yeah. So I find that I do not give enough. Certain times I want to just get the thing going and all the instructions, but I feel I should be listening more to my child, so I feel that I need to work on more on that.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Is there anybody out there you want to share your parenting goals with us?
Just type in with the comments. We'd love to see what you type in.
Yeah, okay. If not, we can just go on.
Okay, so today we talk about emotional intelligence. What exactly is emotional intelligence? Basically, when we talk about emotional intelligence, is one who is able, to manage to understand your own emotion and manage it. Okay, so there are a lot of texts that you can read. There are a lot of textbooks that you can go to talking about emotional intelligence. And when we talk about people who have a high emotional intelligence, they are able to manage and Jasline mentioned about motivating themselves. And that's somewhat is a need that someone who has high emotional intelligence requires. We also look at emotional intelligence just like IQ itself. There's a measurement to it. But seriously, because there's no way to measure. So how angry are you right now? Are you at 70 marks, 80 marks, or 100 marks in terms of emotional intelligence? So in terms of EQ, all this, yes, there are tools out there that can measure a score, but the score is just an indicative score. So all this, even if IQ, when people talk about IQ, it's just measuring your ability to analyze your ability to make judgment and things like that. It's not a full spectrum of exactly how smart are you as an individual in terms of IQ. I remember this very well because when I was still in school, in counseling school, I have one classmate. He mentioned we were doing masters in counseling. So this classmate took the typical IQ test, right? Actually, her IQ is below average. And how could she be in the master class? And she took it twice.
Serious?
So serious.
Okay.
By the way, actually, you know this person who I'm meeting her tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So it's very interesting that sometimes some parents will send their kids for IQ tests, EQ tests, and things like that. It's not 100% to say that based on the numbers that you are seeing, the person will then behave in this manner or have this ability or this function. Just like any brain scan itself, right? The medical report versus what you see in real life will be very different because the brain is just so complex. So when we talk about emotional intelligence, right? I just need you to pay attention to 4 things, which is about self-knowledge. How well do you know your emotions? Self-efficacy. How well you can manage yourself in terms of your own emotion. Interpersonal awareness. How well you know how other people are feeling or understanding what other emotion is going on. And then relationship skill, which is actually how well then you manage this.
So all these 4 skills, can it be learned?
Of course, they can be learned. But if you look at all these 4 areas, right? Let me just move on to the next slide. So it's easier to look at the basic component of emotional intelligence. Really, just now when I shared with you the 4, right? Here we are looking at self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and social management, which is relationship management. There are 2 components to emotional intelligence. One is internal, which is what we call that intrapersonal, and the other aspect of it is how you deal with the outside world, which is interpersonal. Okay. Intrapersonal and interpersonal. And so, if you really want to find out more, actually there's this emotional intelligence profile that you actually can take. This is very special because I will be sharing with you your own profile, and that's from me. So it will be very individual. Like I said, this is not measuring of your EQ, but this is giving you an indication about your emotional intelligence. Okay, so if you like to take it, please go on to the link and click on it.
Yeah, so go to this link, bit.ly EQ profiling. You will actually find a questionnaire on how to profile your as EQ. So once you actually answer the question and submit it, we will actually give you a report on how you actually fare in terms of your EQ.
Right.
Okay.
So give us about 3 working days to get back to you. I'll be writing your report to you personally.
Yeah. So yeah, don't miss this chance. And yep. Okay.
Yep. And wow. Okay, so I'm gonna do the profiling later.
Yeah. Let me put the link here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So for audience out here, maybe you could click some comments or some likes and some hearts. Yeah, because I think it's really a new. I mean, to me, I'm actually learning. Yeah, and from experts here, and really interesting to know your profiling as well. Yeah.
Right. And then why is emotional intelligence important? Because when we talk about a person who is well balanced, able to manage their own emotional intelligence, right, they will actually have higher self-esteem, higher confidence about themselves, and therefore, when they interact with other people, right, I always say this, that when a child has good social skills, this gives them a head start. Instead of academic skills whereby you can pick up along the way, right? By the time if you only pick up your own social skill when you go to school or you go out to work, right, you're actually lagging behind. I always say this, that it's really not about how good your academic is. It's who you know, and who know you.
Yes.
That's very important. So unless your work is so isolated that you don't have to communicate with anyone or don't have to work with anyone, then that's a totally different story. So we are very as human beings, we're actually a very social creature, and therefore it's important to know that you have the ability to handle people and handle yourself.
Okay.
Yep. And I think especially now when our world is getting smaller, and we really need to have the personal, with that we are interacting with people, we really should also get our EQ right.
Yeah, I think it's really on how to interact with people and then more increase your network. Because they always say that your network is equal to your network.
Right. So like why emotions is important, because the way that you have emotions, right, actually rub off to other people, and that affects people around you, especially your loved one. So the reason why the topic is crafted in such a manner that to identify your thoughts and feelings and to bring up emotional intelligent child is because your child is actually modeling after you. And you as parent, you need to know that whatever that you are seeing, in my earlier episode, I mentioned this. A child is just like a TV screen, and a parent are the remote control.
Yes.
So, as you are the remote control, right, then you need to be able to program yourself well so that whatever you want to see from your child in terms of the high EQ, right, that's where it will be projected to. Okay, so parents very important. Before we start and share about the 3 ways to identify your thoughts and feeling, my question to you is, thought come first or feelings come first? Okay, so if you are watching this, please let me know what is your thoughts about this. Your thoughts come first or your feeling come first?
Wow, this is like asking whether
Chicken come first or
come
egg come
first or
first?
egg come first kind of thing.
Feelings come first.
Feeling come first. Why?
I
Why
feel
feeling come first?
feelings always will action. To me, it's feeling will result in action. Thoughts may not result in action. Yeah, that's what my personal feeling.
Okay. So is that it?
Okay. So any more who wants to participate in this? Thought come first or feeling come first?
Yeah. Please type in the comment.
I think it's top. Is it right? I mean, to me, what I think is top come first is actually we think first, then we feel, then we do actions, then come results.
Okay. The answer is it depends. Okay, let me share with you why. Because let's say, for example, when you have certain thoughts, it will lead to you having some emotions. The emotion may not be a feeling.
Oh, okay.
The reason why feelings are called feeling is because you feel it. Let's say, for example, when you see certain incident and things like that, right? You might see the incident and you might not have the direct feeling of what people are supposed to feel because there is a cut-off to it.
Okay.
Your brain can cut off. And why is it that some people, when they're in trauma, they can remember whatever happened, but they actually doesn't feel anything. They feel numb. Because there is this mechanism that our brain can protect ourselves and cut off the feeling. So even though you have the thoughts, you might not have the feelings. On the other hand, let's say, for example, you touch something very hot because you feel something, and then you have the thought about it. You are hurt. You are scalded by the hot stuff.
Yes.
So that became a feeling, then
Feeling comes first, then thought
yes.
later.
So it really depends. There's no right or wrong which one comes first. But because I want to share with you that our thoughts and our emotion are linked together.
Mm-hmm.
If you are focusing on the first column that you are seeing, which is your internal representation, that is what your thoughts is all about. If you are thinking whether you talk to yourself right now, you are actually talking to yourself.
Okay.
So from the internal representation, it translates to emotion, and therefore the way we feel, then that's how we are going to project it out in terms of our physiology. But of course, I can spend 3 days talking about this system thinking, and how are we affected by the external world, and therefore our brain then filter it. Of course, when I talk about filter, there's also the distortion, generalization, how the brain works and things like that. But we have our values, belief, culture, and moral that is also affecting the way that we're thinking.
Okay.
Yes. So, for example, in terms of culture-wise, there's some culture that celebrate death.
Oh, I think I
Okay, but of course, many of the culture actually mourn for death and things like that. So let's say for example, when we talk about death, there are certain culture who thinks the death is worth celebrating. Then they will not be upset, right? They rejoice. But whereas in some culture, when where is death is, right, then they will feel very upset about it.
Okay.
So you see, different event that can happen result in different people having different emotions. For example, I remember I had this client. Whenever it's mid-autumn, right, she feel very upset.
Why?
Oh, because in her culture, mid-autumn is where they go and pray to their ancestors, and the father passed on, and that's the day that they need to pray for father. That's why she feel very upset during mid-autumn.
I know mid-autumn eat mooncake.
Right, exactly. So some of you feel very happy about mid-autumn because of different culture, and therefore it translates to different emotions, and that's how you behave. So this is really, I can spend 3 days talking about it, right? But more importantly, we want you to pay attention that there is the thoughts and the feeling that are happening. So now, the key thing is, how do you manage this, and how do you identify your feelings and thoughts?
Oh, how? So these 3 ways, is it?
Right. So this is actually a very simple way to
check.
Yes, it's a traffic light. So wherever you go, see traffic light, right? What does the red stand for? It's to stop. Right. So our brain process if you look at your laptop process very fast, right? Actually, our brain process easily 100 times faster than a Pentium 4 laptop. And that's very fast in a split second. Okay. Because there are a lot of neurons in our brain. There is actually 1 million neurons. Tell me 1 million is how many zero?
Go.
1 million.
That's a lot.
1 million neurons in our brain. And can you imagine that amount of brain cell? And every brain cell itself can do a firing. But of course, there are some reports that say that we only use 3% of our brain capacity. Some reports say that we use 5% of our brain capacity. So it really depends. So with the fact that we process so fast, right, we really need to slow down. And therefore, by you stopping and reading your own mind, be aware of your thoughts, internal conversation. What are you telling yourself?
So the name, let's say, is like before you actually do certain things, before you act any actions, probably stop first and start thinking about what this action will entail, and how what kind of situation or response that they come.
Right. Besides that, you can actually stop and think, where did the thought even come from, or where did the feeling even come from?
Yeah, that means it's not being empowered. That means don't anyhow when you feel like doing, don't do.
I always say, do not react. Respond.
Respond to
right. So first thing first is stop, and that's very important. We don't slow down. In fact, we live in such a fast-paced country and in our hectic lifestyle, right? We are just going on and on and on and on, and we do not stop. Next thing, okay? Well, having being stopped, right? If you have heard people talking about mindfulness, stillness, actually these are strategies whereby you can also adapt to know how to identify your thoughts and feelings. Next one, the Amber.
Amber is aware of your feelings.
Right,
Emotions.
feelings, emotions. Like I mentioned just now, right? You know the emotion, but that doesn't mean that you can actually feel that emotion. Why is it Amber? Is because I'm sure many of you are very familiar with Smiley. You know, in your messages, your WhatsApp and things like that, you use the smiley emoticons and things like that. And usually that's in yellow color, and therefore yellow color get you to be aware of the emotions and feelings. Okay, so now we have the red, yellow, and finally the green, which is go and test it out. So green is go, right? So keep moving because, like I mentioned, that the brain is very complex, and for you to be able to identify your thoughts and feelings, you need to constantly raise your own awareness. So by you going to test it out, why I say test out is because sometimes you have these thoughts, right? But that doesn't mean the thought is always constant. You need to know and you need to check. And if you have certain thoughts in you, you really need to, okay, if I have this thought, if I do not want to feel this way when I think about this thought, right, then how do I change it? So you need to carve out your own strategy. Of course, if you like, later on we actually have we're going to give away some free gifts.
Yes.
You know, you can actually sign up for our free coaching with us, and we will go through this in depth. So for now, I'm leaving you with this traffic light.
Yep. So this traffic light actually will help you to actually identify your thoughts and feelings. So use it well, and yeah, maybe next time will help you in your.
Right. I'm sure everywhere you go in Singapore, right, in less than 10 minutes you'll see one traffic light. So
okay,
that's a very simple way for you.
Okay, so after knowing ourselves, knowing our EQ, so now let's look at the parenting point of view. How actually having knowing EQ will affect our parenting style. So we have actually Jasline to share with us more on these portions. Okay, Jasline.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Okay. So that's important where we know. Wow, emotional intelligence is so important, right? Of course, then we need to know our children also need to develop. Right. So after looking at ourselves, from all the tips that you give, I think it's important we know that how we can develop, and what is the advantage of developing the EQ of our children, right? First of all, in terms of awareness of the self, if we develop a child that has good emotional intelligence, you find that the child is able to know what the child is feeling itself, whether he's happy, unhappy, and not like keeping all the feelings inside, right? And also item 2 will be regulating his emotions, because when they are aware that certain, like what you said about having the traffic light, actually this is a typical I have seen this counseling sessions before. They use the traffic light because children really need to know the boundaries, the fences, so they need to be aware of what they have done, right? And then they know that what actions will lead to what consequence, and from there, like you say, test it and learn yourself. So you also need to see whether this works or which doesn't work. So it will actually make you like, that's how you get children to be more emotionally intelligent, because they will know that after doing that thing, it doesn't work, I get more scolding, let's say, so that next time I will do in a better way. So this is also part of EQ, right? And actually this item, it's actually item 3, empathizing with others. I feel this is so important, even as parents. Have we ever asked the child to empathize with us? Have we asked the child to empathize with the school teachers? Because I feel that these are very basic feelings, but a lot of parents are actually missing the point. Maybe we're too busy, because all parents need to be appreciated, and accepted. But I have seen a parent that they really didn't get that across to the children, and you find that they are struggling with parenting issues and relationship. Because basically, when I tell my child that I'm sad, I'm not very happy with what you're doing, actually the child should also reflect and then empathize with the mother. Why I'm making you upset. So that's part of a relationship already. So importantly, this is a very important point, helping the child to know how to empathize with others. So for example, but like maybe Lucas can also share your viewpoint about, is this point that, it is relevant, even for a baby? You think that is also important?
Actually, I would like to know, because it's true that our baby, she's very intelligent, but then no matter how we talk to her and ask her to actually understand her, I think she's still young right now.
Yeah.
We don't understand what we talk to her. But on certain point, we feel that when we talk to her, she do understand a bit. Okay, but then the way how she react is totally unexpected from what we expected.
So I think it's like
to engage her, to teach her how to empathize with others. Yeah, I think this is really important.
Yes, correct. So even baby, you can actually, like you say, your baby is so intelligent, by telling them, maybe, by screaming so loud, you're actually disturbing the neighbors. To me, I feel baby can actually understand as well. So I think empathizing is actually in our daily life, how we actually communicate to our children that whatever the actions are doing actually affects another. So they'll be more considerate as well. Yeah. So better social skills. Okay, like you say, so important in this society where we need to get, like know more people, especially now we are doing a lot of collaboration, teamwork. So social skill is so important. So by having a child
I think social skill, even for babies, I mean, even though our baby is now only 8 months, I think literally we actually bring her around to meet friends, meet people, meet other babies. She actually like socialize. I think she's like a social butterfly like that. Everyone can actually carry her. She socialized so well with all the adults, And I think this is a skill that since young, from young, that we can actually cultivate. It means parents really bring the children out to meet people, meet stranger, so that in a way, you don't want the baby to keep sticking to you. I mean, you always want to have mommy and daddy and not other people. So that we also want to have our own me time. So sometimes whoever can come in to help take care of her is good.
Yeah. Wow, that's an interesting point. Very good, very good. Yeah, even babies can also learn social skills. Wow, great. Okay, so for me, I like to give real case study in my session so that you all can understand that how all these will gel together. So let's say your child, typical, okay, for kids, right? They are so into talking to their friends, right? And then playing. Sometimes they actually disrupt the class, and then likely the teacher will scold the child, right? So Rosanna, you can resonate with that, right? So the children get talkative, but the teacher really cannot concentrate because there's so big a class to attend to. So of course, is when the child gets scolded, the child feels sad, like this picture you see, so sad. Because some children really get sad when, especially maybe the teacher, their favorite teacher actually scolds them, right? They feel sad. Yeah. So they are not happy, right? So they come back and tell you, hey, today I'm very unhappy, what happened? So of course, we want to give them this, next time you'll be happier, you don't make the same mistake again, right? So this is a time we need to teach ready. It's a teachable moment for us. So yeah, the next slide will be, so what we can do, okay, I always teach very simple steps, which is C, P, and F. So 3 simple steps, right? So
CPF.
Communicate, CPF, right? So very easy, communicate the feelings. So we will actually encourage your child to say, hey, what do you feel when you actually disrupt the class, the teacher scold you? So you must also communicate lah. And also you also can communicate your own feelings as well. You say, actually, I feel very sad for you, as well as I actually did remind you that, in class we need to be quiet, but as a parent, I feel sad that you didn't follow through, and you got scolded. So communicate your own feelings and communicate encourage your child to communicate. So that is also a way that they tell you what do they feel. Then you can correct them or you can influence them in a way. So this is also part of relationship building. And step 2, P, right? Teach positive affirmation. Okay, so remember the word positive. So meaning to say that you ask him to actually understand that, how to handle emotions. Actually, you are sad, right? But actually, what should you feel later? Actually, you deserve it, right? So actually, you should tell yourself that I learned this lesson, right? And next time I should not do it again. So telling yourself to be positive affirmation and not like keep thinking about negative part of it. Okay, it's actually the teacher is actually trying to tell you to be alert and focused. So that's also the intention of the teacher as well. So I would actually teach the child that actually the teacher didn't really want to scold you and make you cry, but because she has to make the class really in a form that she can teach, so she has to stop you, so that the rest of the children will not also do the same, right? So I think it's important that the action taken by the teacher is actually a positive one, that she has to ensure the class actually goes on as usual. She has to show that the rest of class that this is not a acceptable behavior in class, right? So the next step is F, okay? Focus on problem solving. So every time I feel that when your child comes to you for a problem, okay, or an emotion, it's a teachable moment for you to tell or teach what the child should do the next time, so that they don't get the same unhappy feeling again, right? So I also teach the child that, why don't you think, what can you do better next time? That's always the favorite question, because the child will start thinking, okay? So the child will say, okay, I won't talk to this so and so anymore because she loves to talk, okay? So that could be her problem solving skill. So to me, I will feel that, why don't you just look in front, right? And don't turn your head towards the side, because that will tend you to speak to others. So I will give her such practical tips, okay? And then we don't want the child to be throwing tantrum and say, complaining to you, say, oh, this teacher don't like me, what happened? I feel that it's important we focus on that behavior is not correct, and we teach her how to problem solve. So C, P, and F. Yeah, Lucas.
Nice, CPF. I think I can remember that very easy. Remember CPF, how to communicate your feelings, teach positive affirmation, and focus on problem solving. Easy.
Thank you. Yeah, so you can teach your baby as well.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks for definitely sharing the CPF ways. Okay, so just now we actually promised to say that we actually have some gift for all of you. So okay, this gift is for parents who actually want to have a good relationship tips. Okay, so we actually going to give you a free 49 relationship tips that actually you can do to create a loving relationship with 1 minute a day. Okay, so yeah.
Yes, please download.
Please go to this link and download the link. Okay, I will actually post this link in the comment sections. Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Yes, do download.
Yep, this is for all of you guys. Okay. Okay, the second free giveaway we want to give is actually coaching, complimentary coaching session. Okay. Yep. So this coaching session actually is worth probably 280. It's actually our own time. That means once you actually fill out this form, okay, on your relationship issues or life issues, just put down the questions. Okay, we will actually do probably like 30 to 45 minutes kind of sessions to run through and see what are the things that we can actually help you to improve on. If you actually relationship issues, if you actually choose me as a coach, I will actually use my tarot cards to actually help you to find your blueprints and know what exactly the issue is. But let's say if you have some career issues, life issues that you need some guidance, you need some coaching, yep, Rosanna will be the best option.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate these free giveaways. Yeah, please do go to the link and then get this coaching from Lucas and Rosanna.
Yeah, I'll put here. Okay. So the next giveaway that we have is this called a medical intuition essence. It's an essential oil.
Right. So this essential oil has actually been crafted in a way that it has medical intuition, because your smell affects your way you think. And this oil actually have a vibration. If you put to a vibration test that is close to all this emotion, and therefore it's a very fast way for you to feel the emotion, because through the olfactory channel, which is your sense of smell, it goes straight to the brain, and that can activate their emotions.
Yeah, for couples actually who want to feel lovey, they have this essential oil called the love.
Right. Yeah. And so today we're giving you this special promo code. If you go online to purchase it in order, you can use our promo code BOTAROSE10 and you'll receive a 10%. And currently they're having a Christmas promotion, so you're actually having additional promotion on top of the Christmas promotion.
Yeah, for those people who actually love essential oil, these will actually help you really in terms of your love relationship, your health, like losing peace or joy. Yeah, I think it smells really nice.
Right. I must say that the scents are really good because I do use other brands as well. And when I put it in the incense burner, right, it can actually have the whole house the same smell, and it's quite nice. Compared to other brand, right? Actually, incense burner didn't really work very well.
Yeah, so remember when you actually want to purchase all these essential oil, just go to www.mesense.com. Actually, I put it down in the comment sections, and use our coupon code POTAROSE10. Okay.
Right. So giveaway from Jasline.
Yeah, okay. So to summarize, other ways, because I only talked about 3 ways, right? Other ways to develop your child's emotional intelligence. So this is the link, I actually done a 11 ways, so you can actually learn more. And also have healthy recipes for mothers or for parents who want to cook, healthier for your children, snacks for your children as well. Yeah, so do download all these wonderful giveaways. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, so for me, I said that I wanted to give you all a great, offer of my course, which is the 2-day course, about 8 hours total, and it's about learning how to strategize as a parent to have better cooperation, to be more motivating for your children, as well as how to increase your child's confidence, and also how to ignite your child's goals in 2021. Okay, so this is what I have. The price is actually for this Facebook Live has stayed for so far is actually special price of, together with all the freebies. Okay, so I'm going to give you free ebooks and free videos. All of these actually worth $2,000 over, but because you came into my Facebook Live, so I only charge you $128. So very simple. You just need to go to the link to register, right? So there will be the dates and all the information there, how to pay. Yeah. So this is the link for you to register. Yeah. So
okay, well, I think Jasline is providing a lot of values for all of us. I mean, and people who really want to learn how to actually have proper guidance, how to teach your kids, please go to Jasline. Okay, sign up from this link. Okay, to register.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think Jasline, thank you very much for actually coming to our platform today to share
My
with our
pleasure.
audience on how to parents their kids.
I also learn so much from you too every time. Thank you so
Yeah, I
much.
mean we all learn from each other. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so stay tuned for our next episode and next Facebook
month.
Live, and we will actually talk more on other relationship issues. And for Jasline, actually just follow her on her Facebook page. She will share with a lot of you guys on a lot of parenting tips.
Right. And if you feel strongly on any topic that you would like us to share, just drop us a line, just drop us a comment, and we'll pick it up from there.
Okay, so remember to go to the comment section. I put in all the links. Okay, go and get all the free gifts. I mean, it's end of the year. Yeah, so go and claim all the free gifts.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Happy New Year.
Yeah. See you next year.
Bye bye.